Hello, my name is Julie and this is KS Mom Crochets, and today is Crochet Podcast number 78. So I have quite a bit to talk to you all about. I have a few small finished projects. I've got whips left over from last week that I want to show you progress on, and then I also have just a little tiny bit of yarn that I bought. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. Hopefully you have you something to drink, because y'all know I can't keep my video under 30 minutes. But here's my favorite coffee cup. Just wanted to share that with you. It makes me so happy. I just love it. I mean, I don't really think of myself as queen of the house, but I do love this cup so much. Okay, so the first thing that I finished this week is just something small. I really have some time consuming projects going on, and I wanted to finish something. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you just need the gratification that finishing an object brings to you. And something that I haven't made in a while that I love to make are these thread bookmarks. And so that is what I decided to do. I had went to Michael's because everybody keeps talking about Michael's having clearance, and I had a $5 reward for Michael's, and I really don't know why. I think they just sent that out so you would go to the store, because I don't think that I had spent enough at Michael's, because I don't go there a lot. But I decided that I would go and spend that $5, and they had a thing of, what is it, Aunt Lydia's Crochet 10 thread in the color mint green, I think. Is that what it's called? Yeah, mint green for $2. So I got it, and then I was like, okay, I need to make a bookmark out of that because that's the only thing that I'm able to make out of thread. I can't see it. It's very hard for me to work with it because it's so thin. So I can really whip up some bookmarks though. So I did make this one, and this is a version. It looks almost identical. I did change a few little things, I think. Maybe not. No, I think this is the same exact one. I went from memory of the Crocheting with Alana's, what's it called? Simply Elegant Bookmark. It is a free YouTube tutorial here, and also she has the written pattern in her Etsy shop. I didn't make mine as long as hers. I think I just, like I said, I just went from memory. It's so easy to remember how to do this. I haven't made one in forever, and I remembered how to do it. So there's that one. I just edged this one with pink, and then I have been making a blanket, which I'll show you a little later, but I've been making a blanket out of that stacked granny stitch, and I wanted to try it with bookmark, and it turned out super cute. I love it. So basically I just changed the stitch for the middle part, and then I added the same border or similar border as the one from Alana. So they look very similar, except for the middle is different. And I think I'm going to try that with some other stitches as well. I did start another one, but I didn't bring it in here because I'm not liking how it's turning out. So I'm going to rip it out anyway. There was no sense in showing you. But I was just wondering if any of you all have ever used a tassel maker. I'm really wanting to buy a tassel maker because I have to make a tassel. I wrap it around my phone, and it is difficult. It takes forever. So I'm thinking about buying like a cheap little tassel maker. So let me know if you all have used those, or if they're any count. I'm assuming that they would be, but yeah. So all I do is I just make the tassel, and then I attach my yarn to the top there, and I chain up, pull my loop through the middle of the tassel, and then single crochet back down the chain that I did, and then slip stitch into the top. And that's how I attach my tassel to the bookmark. I don't think it's going to show up good on that one. It might on this one. But yeah, I really like making these, and I use them constantly. I usually make them a little bit longer than this, but I figured I would make a couple shorter ones. And then my last, no, I got more, never mind. So my next finished objects are all similar projects, and this is for the cowl that I'm participating in from Litza over at Coco's Crochet. You can search up the hashtag Coco's Crochet Cowl 2024. I think that's it. I will have it linked below to see other people's projects as well. But her project for this one was a headband or an ear warmer. Well, I've never made anything like that, so I'm really, really enjoying this cowl because, one, the projects are really small and quick to work up, and two, it's things that I normally would not make, and so I think that's really fun. So I had actually seen Shondell over at Classy Handmade had made a gorgeous headband or ear warmer, and I've been wanting to make that, so I knew that that was the perfect pattern. So I did go and do the same one that she did in her video, and I will have her link below in case you haven't heard of her. But it is called the Elegant Headband, and it's by Crochet with Gigi. She did a really good job on her tutorial. The only thing is I don't know why, but like I wasn't thinking about how she was just making a swatch. So she didn't actually tell you until the end of the video how wide to make your headband. And so I just kind of was guessing how wide it should be. And the first one that I made with just big twist in the color purple. I used a 4mm hook because that's what she was using in the tutorial. And I should have went up a hook size because this thing is really tight. And as you can see, it is super tiny. It's little. And it's supposed to be like, you know, like this in the front, you know. But it was so small that I thought that it would stretch to fit, but it will not. It will not. But I have plans for this. That's why my ends aren't weaved in, because I'm going to take off my seam because I just seamed it up to make it bigger. But yeah, it's like child size. I don't even know. I'm assuming that this would fit a child. Maybe. I don't have any children in my house. House is small, so I wouldn't know. But anyway, it's such a gorgeous stitch, and I was really intimidated by the stitch, but it's so easy, and like when you really have to follow the video. And I was trying to take notes because I'm not a big YouTube tutorial person. Like, I don't really like watching YouTube tutorials. I prefer to like watch them, take notes, and then do it. But the way that the stitch was, I was like, okay, I need to do this along with her. And so I wasn't paying attention to, hey, this is too small, you know, until, you know, I was done. But once you get the hang of these repeats here, it's so simple. And the stitch is just absolutely, it's just gorgeous. So after I made this one, I was disappointed because, like I said, it was too small. So I was like, okay, I have some Premier Basics Chunky in the color purple as well, and I'm going to make one out of that. And obviously this has been tried on, so it's got everybody's hair on it. But here is the one that I did. I actually did do the knotted part where you sew it together in the front, and I've never done that before, so it's not really that great. But I think it goes like this. But the stitch is just gorgeous. So since this was a chunky yarn and I used an 8mm hook on it, I did not do as many repeats. I think it does look better with more repeats for the design. But I only did 2 repeats. I'm going to try this on, but I'm telling y'all, I look crazy in this thing. But it is so warm. So I'm going to wear it anyway, even though I don't think that they look right on me. I feel like I look a little silly, but it's so pretty. The stitches are so pretty. And like I said, I had a lot of fun making this one with the bigger hook. And so what I did is I feel like I look so silly. But what I did is I just chained the chain bigger than my head. So I made it a little bit bigger. And she does, like I said, at the end of the video, she does tell you about how long that it needs to be in centimeters. So that's very easy to figure out. So that was that one. And then I said, okay, whenever I put my makeup on, I like to, I wish I'd brought it in here, but I didn't. But I have these like plushy headband things that have ears on them that I pull my hair back out of my face so that I can put my makeup on. And my girls, they use that too. It's great for skincare, whatever. So I was thinking, because I don't really wear headbands, but I was thinking that I would use this headband that I made for holding my hair back when I put my makeup on. I'm not sure. I used the same hook size as the other one and the same yarn, that Basics Chunky. And this one is a different pattern, obviously. I modeled it after the Crochet Romantic headband by Selena Verona. I'll have it linked below. It's a blog and it's free. But I used it as inspiration because I really liked the way that she did the back of the headband. So you take, I wonder what y'all call it. Do you call it a hair bow or a hair tie? I call it a hair bow, but I know a lot of people call it a hair tie. I'm sure there's a lot of different words for this right here. But you sew the edges around that, and then it makes it stretchy. So it'll fit multiple sized heads, and I really, really love that. So that is my plan for this one that's too small, is I'm going to take a hair bow and sew it onto this to make it stretch, you know, to where it will be able to fit. In this person's pattern, in this person's pattern, she uses different stitches. I wanted to try something a little different. So I did just do a single crochet row, and then I did a, what's that called? It's a double crochet X. So it makes the X. I don't know if it's showing up real good. And then I ended with a single crochet row. So it's essentially 3 rows, and it works out great. And I'll just try it on. So yeah, I look a little silly, but it is perfect to hold your hair back so you can do skincare or your makeup or whatever you want, need to do for your face to keep your hair out of your face. And I really like it. I like the design that I did on it, and like I said, it fits really well. It's really, really quick to work up to, and this little hack here is just awesome. Because like I said, you don't have to crochet it as big, and you don't have to worry about it being too small, because it will stretch to fit anybody's head. So that's pretty awesome. So that is my I actually did three projects for Litz's cow, and I really enjoyed them. It was fun to do something different and something that is quick and easy, and get that gratification of finishing a project. So I really, really had a lot of fun, and I'm having a lot of fun with this cow. And if you all have not started participating and you want to, it's still time. I mean, those videos will always be there. So definitely hop on and try some projects that maybe you wouldn't otherwise do. Okay, so I got some yarn in the mail, and the reason that I'm talking about the yarn now is because that is the reason that I started this next project, because I've been waiting on this yarn. I ordered yarn from Mary Maxim, and I've been waiting on it for about 2 weeks now, and I got it, and I just had to make another doll dress. So I really, really love how this turned out. This thing gave me fits. Like, I had such a hard time. Her hair is so it's colored funny. So it has like a pink hue, but then it also looks blonde. So it's really hard to match colors up to this doll. Just because of her hair color. Now her hair is supposed to be down, and I did try to braid it because it was looking real messy where I had to keep changing the dress on and off of her to get it to fit. But basically I did the same thing as my last doll dress that I shared. I think it was like 2 podcasts ago. I'm not sure. But you'll see it in the thumbnail. But this little doll is a 12-inch doll that I got from Shein. I also seen these on Temu, and I'm sure they sell them other places as well. But it's just a little doll that I got off there that's jointed. I don't really like the way her arms look. And I thought about making sleeves on this dress like I did the other one because I really don't like. I know why, because it's so her arm can bend. I don't like the way that it looks. So I may end up going back and attaching sleeves to this dress, but I don't know. But anyway, so I learned from the previous dress how I wanted this one to be. So basically I followed the bodice part of that Fibercraft Home Sweet Home. I didn't bring it in here. Pamphlet, it's unavailable. You can't find it unless you find it online. I did show it in that video if you're interested, but I did not follow that pattern. I just followed how to start it because I knew that that would fit her. And like I said, this is Karen Simply Soft in the color Blackberry. And I used a 4.5mm hook. And I just kept trying it on her. And I knew that I didn't, because on the other one, the skirt flared out pretty wide. It's pretty wide. So I wanted this to look a little bit more form-fitting. I knew I wanted more ruffles. I was just trying to go by this vision that I had in my head because I've done multiple doll dresses. I have tons of patterns that I can draw inspiration from. And whenever I am creating a doll dress to fit a doll or even following a pattern and I want to change something on it, I will just sit and look at all those different patterns that I have and I will say, well, I really like how this has this, or I like how this has that, and then I try to incorporate it. So technically, you know, it's drawing inspiration from other patterns. But like I said, I just knew that I wanted her to have more ruffles. And the colors that I have, which I will show you here in a little while, I thought that they were different because I ordered all this yarn online, and you can't really tell the colors until you get them. So they're a little bit more vibrant than what I thought because I do not like Karen Simply Soft yarn at all. I don't like it. I don't use it. Like I just don't care for it. But I have learned that yarn, I absolutely love making doll dresses out of it. So that's why that I bought some. But the colors that I have are limited, and I did not have anything that would go with this dress. So I was like, okay, I need white. But I didn't want to buy white because white, shipping's expensive for one. Amazon marks up their prices like crazy. I don't know if you all have noticed that, but like a $5 skein of yarn will be like $10. It's crazy. I don't know how they get away with that. But I was looking through my stash and I had this color right here and I thought, okay, well the way that it has that white thread running through it, it kind of looks like it's sparkly. So I thought that it would mesh well with the shininess of the Karen Simply Soft. But I think it turned out alright. It's not my favorite dress, honestly. But I'm happy that she has something to wear. And like I said, I did change some things. Like on the last one, I had just made a tie. And this time I was like, I'm going to leave some front loops. And so I was actually able to make a tie for the back here. And I still haven't put clasps on the back of her dress. I have a really hard time sewing those little hook and eye and the snappy buttons. I have a really hard time sewing with regular like thread, like and thread and needles and stuff, because it's hard for me to see it. Even with my glasses on, I cannot see it. I cannot see. So, yeah. I just haven't done that yet. I'm trying to figure out something. I know I bought something a while back that was like Velcro, but I can't find it anywhere. So I need to like look in here and try to find that, whatever it was that I bought. I know I bought something somewhere. But then whenever I got done with this, I wanted I didn't give her like an underskirt on this one because I kind of wanted it to be more form-fitting. And so I just made the bottom of it longer. And then this ruffle was too short because it was like these size right here. So I just added more. And to get that, I just did single crochets all the way around in the front loop. Like I left front loops where I wanted ruffles or where I thought I wanted ruffles. And then in every single crochet, I did a single crochet chain 1 or chain 3 all the way around to make it look ruffled. And then to make the ruffles bigger, I just kept adding a chain. So the first row I would do single crochet chain 3 all the way around in every stitch. And then for the next row, I would do single crochet chain 4. And I think I went all the way up to a chain 5 on this. But the dress is so, like, when you make these dresses and you make them longer, like kind of longer than their legs, you know, the dress will actually hold them up. So she doesn't even need a doll stand, which is pretty awesome. But I like her. I like the colors with her skin tone and her hair color, but I don't know. I may end up making her another dress later on down the road, but I'm really happy with how it turned out, but I think that I could do better next time. You know what I mean? Like, you learn what you like and what you can do different. And that's the best part of crochet is changing things to the way that you like them, you know? And so now I'm going to go into whips because I don't have any more finished objects. These are all the same whips from last week, and you know, I normally don't show the same thing over and over and over again, but I am trying to be better about that because I know, like, when I watch other people's videos, I like seeing their progress instead of it being like, oh, well, I finished this and I finished, you know what I mean? So I'm going to do better about that, not feeling like I have to have stuff finished, you know what I mean? So I did do a little bit on my Crochet You doll, which is out of this book. I went into a lot more detail on my last podcast about this this doll, so I'm not going to go into as much and bore you all. I'll do that when it's done, probably, again, but let me find it here. So I'm using a 3mm hook, and right now I'm just working on the body, so I'm just using Brava Sport in the color green. Cream, not green, cream, and it's a 2-weight yarn. I lost track of what I was saying. So I don't have a whole lot more progress on the body because this is why you should read through the patterns before you start them, because I'm the type of person that if the legs and the body are connected, I like to go ahead and start the legs. That's where I always start. I always leave the arms for last. Like, I have an order of parts that I prefer to do, if that makes sense. And so that's what I did with this. And then I realized, hey, you can't go any farther because you've got to crochet those arms in. So I had to stop where I was at. I think I was around this stitch marker right here, but I might have been a little bit farther down. I know that I had got like the booty area, you know, and I was working on the waist, so I only put a few rows in this, but I did stop and I did make both the arms, so I can continue on with the pattern. I'm not sure how I'm thinking that I have one more row to do, and then I start attaching the arms, and I'm not sure how the arms are attached. I know sometimes they're just attached like this, and then sometimes it looks like they have shoulders. So I'm thinking that that's how this one's going to be, because the waist just does not look very tall to me compared to those legs. So we'll see. But I should have more progress on this next week, hopefully. And when I get to that blanket, you'll see why I don't have much progress on these amigurumis. But like I said, I did get these. There's no, I looked all through the instructions, and it doesn't tell me how to stuff the arms. So I'm assuming that you stuff the arms all the way. Because I know like a lot of times it'll say just to stuff them halfway or whatever. But I'm assuming that you stuff these arms all the way. I just haven't put any stuffing in them yet. But, anyway, I'm really happy with how this is coming out. It's just like I said in my last video, it's one of those, the arms wasn't that bad, but the body with all the shaping is definitely one that you have to pay attention to, and you can't have people talking to you. So I don't get to work on this project as much as I would like, because everybody's always needs your attention, you know, all the time, whether it's a human or a dog. And then, you know, last week I also showed you that I was doing this pattern right here. Because I wanted another amigurumi started, and I wanted to work out of my books. And I started this Bob the Bear. Like I said, I don't know if Bob will get his bee or not, but I'm definitely going to do Bob there. And it is out of Zoomigurumi 7. I did do a video on my books and showing you some of my favorite patterns out of my some of my amigurumi books that I haven't worked out of, that I plan on working out of this year. And I do want to say that I have decided that I'm going to make a basket, put all the names of the books in, and draw out a draw one out, and that's how I'm going to decide which pattern that I'm going to do next. But I'm going to wait until I finish the project to start another one, if that makes sense, because there's other things that I want to make besides just out of those books. Like, I see stuff all the time that I want to make, and I go squirrel. So I don't want it to be, you know, I want it to be pressure free. So I'm going to finish this project before I start another one. Now for this Bob the Bear, I am using a 3.25 millimeter hook, but I am also using Brava Sport in the color Sienna, which is this dark color here, and Almond, which is for the muzzle, which I have done. So let me find all my little pieces here. So I have got his muzzle. I did go ahead and do his muzzle so I could put this lighter color up, because this is the only color that I need. And where that stitch marker is right there is where that the eyes are supposed to go. And I forgot to put the safety eyes in, because I had every intention of using safety eyes with this bear. And I guess I'm going to have to do Cassandra's eyes again on this one, because I completely forgot. Like, I just got going, and then I didn't want to take all that stuffing out or pull back stitches to get the eyes in. So I just said, forget it. I know how to do that embroidered eye now, so that's the kind of eyes he's going to have. But I think he'll still be cute. Like I said, this is going to be his muzzle. And then I did do one foot. And this is why I stopped, is because this is the foot with the leg. And that's how tall the leg is. And the leg is supposed to go like this. I don't like that. I don't like it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the leg longer, because I prefer, it's a personal preference thing, I prefer sewing the leg flattened. Like, let me grab this arm for reference. So pretend this is the leg. I prefer to like crochet that top part closed and then sew it underneath the body like this. So I'm not going to make it as long as this arm, But I am going to make it to where his leg will kind of sit a little bit lower like that instead of being way up here. I just don't like the way that that looks. I know that I will have a hard time sewing that on. So, yeah, I'm going to make the leg a little bit longer. So that's all that I've done on him. So I need to make another foot, figure out how long I want the legs to be, and then make his ears and do his facial details. Does he have arms? And his arms. So he's almost done because these are small pieces. So hopefully next week he'll be a finished object, but we'll see how far I get. And this pattern is by DIY Fluffies. I did have someone guess that that's who the pattern was by. So good job about that. That was a very good eye. So this pattern may be available on Etsy if you don't have the book or don't want the book. Okay. And then the last thing, oh, I'm reaching. The last thing that I have is my blanket. I could not put this blanket down. Like, I just could not stop working on it. So I have more progress on this blanket than anything else. And I'll just go ahead and tell you what I'm using because it's pretty big and I know I'm not going to be able to see these notes. I'm using a 6mm hook, and I'm using All I Love This yarn. It was yarn gifted to me from Deborah. And I'm using the colors Soft Blue, Medium Blue, and Gray Mist. And I'm making my own sampler blanket, which is a little bit more, it's a little bit harder than what I thought it would be. I thought these stitches that I picked would be easy to convert. And for the most part, they are. But I still have a little bit of difficulty with it. And I will tell you why here in just a second. So I started with this stacked granny stitch. I will have it linked below. I used the Blossom crochet tutorial for that, and I really, really like it. That was my first time doing that. And then I decided that I wanted to put the Drunken Granny stitch, and this stitch is a stitch tutorial from the Secret Yarnery. And because this is one of my favorite stitches. Well, going from this one to this one is not hard. It's not hard. It's when you're going from this one to this one that is hard, because it's easy to fudge it to make these shells work, but it's really hard to get your stitch count right for this one. So I really have to think about it when I'm switching to the gray. And this is just a V-stitch. And the great thing about that is the V-stitch is a multiple of 3, and so is the stacked granny stitch. So those work really, really well together, but this is a multiple of 5, so this blanket is just fudged. I mean, it just is. Like, I have more, I made it pretty wide, so I'm going to try to hold this up here. So I have, I think, I'm on my second repeat, or my third repeat. So I just started the blue. But when you're looking at it like this, you can't really tell. But this section right here, I made it better on my second repeat. But on the first repeat, it's a little wavy. Because the stitch counts are different. I figured it out better on my second one. We'll see how I do on the third one. So it's like it's different every time, the amount of shells that I have in one row. But I do try to keep my shell count for these and the V-stitch count to 40, I think it's 45 like granny stitches across, and 45 or 44, something like that, across of the, so I do try to keep that even so that it will not be super wavy, you know, on the ends. I really like how it's turning out. It's so much fun to, even though I'm just doing the same stitches with different colors, it just adds a little bit more interest to the blanket. And like I said, I can't stop. I could not stop. This is a great TV watcher. Excuse me. A great TV watching, making blanket. Yeah. It's just when you're switching from this one to this one that you really have to pay attention. But I really like it. So I think that if I make another sampler blanket in the future, I will try to find stitches that have the same multiples, or like if it's an odd, let's see, so like this one has a multiple of 3, so a multiple of 6 would work, you know what I'm saying? So I will try to find stitches that will mesh well together, but I still like it, and it's still a fun project. And like I said, I'm really enjoying working on it. I really like it a lot. And I really like the way that these colors look together. And my daughter absolutely loves it. I showed it to her, and she can't wait for it to be done so that she can have it. And I think I'm going to make one of those tags like Caroline did at For the Love of Crochet. I just knocked something over. For the blanket for her. Okay, so like I said, I do have a little small yarn haul. There's only 2 different types of yarn in here. I didn't go crazy. I'm trying not to buy yarn, but sometimes it's hard. And they had this yarn on clearance, and Caring Simply Soft is kind of expensive. I mean, it's not super expensive, but you know, I seen it was on clearance, so I got some. And like I said, I got all this yarn from Mary Maxim, and I've already started using this one, but this is the blackberry color that I got from, or used on that doll dress. And it's just a medium 4 acrylic yarn. Just in case you're not familiar, it's 6 ounces, 315 yards, or 288 meters. And it does have that shine to it that makes it so pretty to work doll dresses out of. So I did get quite a few of their clearance colors, and this is not one of them. And then I got this color right here, which is watermelon, and it's super bright pink. And I think that this will make a very pretty doll dress, so I got that one. I got this one, which is called Light Country Peach, and it's very pretty. I was going to use this one as the doll dress, but my daughter said it looked too much like skin tone, so I don't know. I might use it as an accent with something that's kind of getting blowed out a little bit, but it's really, really pretty peach color. And then they had this color, which is called Cool Green, and I only got one of each because I will just use these for doll dresses and nothing else. Because like I said earlier, I don't like using this yarn on anything else. I just have found with having some of the yarn that's similar to this that I really enjoy making dresses out of it. So this is the color Cool Green. And I feel like on their website this color looked different than it does in person. But I could be wrong. It could have looked the same and I just forgot. And then I got this color, and I thought this color would be a little bit lighter for some reason. But it's called Berry Blue. But it's a little bit brighter than what I thought, but it's still a very pretty blue color, so that will make a pretty dress one day. And then the last one that I got is a yellow, and it is called Lemonade. And it's very bright, but it's pretty, so there's that one. And I'm assuming that either they're discontinuing these colors, or maybe they changed labels. I know they do that sometimes, because they have the regular Caring Simply Soft on Mary Maxim right now, but then they also have clearance colors in a separate listing. And I didn't get all of them. I just got the ones that I wanted to use, and I think they were $2.99 or something like that. And then this one right here was on sale for $1.99. I think it's also a clearance yarn, and I just wanted to try it. I have a bad habit of trying yarns and then either liking it and then can't get it anymore, or trying it and not liking it. That's happened quite a few times. So anyway, I just wanted to try it. And it is called Bonbon Eints. I don't know. INC. And the label's in a different language, but I can read just a little bit of it. There's no color name. I think the color name is on the website. It's 100% acrylic, 100 grams, 300 meters. And I think that's about it that I can tell you about it. You can wash it. But this one is just brown. And then I got this color right here, which is like a golden yellow. And I thought that I had a project in mind, okay? I thought that I would make a lion out of this, possibly. Or, you know, it's definitely going to be for amigurumi. So I only got one of each. But this yarn is so soft. Like, it's very, very nice and soft. And, like, it would make good anything. But it's very pretty. And it is, I think, a 3-weight. I don't think it says on the label, but I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering right, that it's a 3-weight. And then I did get this rust color right here, just because I don't have this color at all in my stash, and I wanted to, that's about better. I wanted to have like a fallish color for when fall comes around, for pumpkins and stuff like that. So definitely fall colors that I got out of that. But that's all that I got. I just had it in this little elephant bag until I put it up. But yeah, that's it. I just I wanted to find, because a lot of the like, I have a lot of Premier Eversoft, not a lot, but I have a few colors of Premier Eversoft, and none of them were colors that would look right with that doll. So I was trying to find like lighter colors, and then those colors were not exactly what I was expecting, but I'm not disappointed at the same time, because I have a ton of dolls, not just those. I mean, I have all kinds of dress patterns and dolls, and just, you know, but it'll get used for that eventually. Maybe not for that one, but for a different doll. But I would like to use that hot pink with black. I think that would be so pretty. I have a pattern that, I think the name is Lily. I think that's the name of the pattern. I think it's Fibercraft, but I could be wrong. But anyway, I have a pattern called Lily that is hot pink and black dress, and it's so pretty. But that's not enough yarn for that big of a doll, so it would have to be used for a smaller doll. Anyway, I'm rambling now, so I guess I will let you go, because I'm sure this video is real long. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. And like I said, hopefully next time I come back, I will have a little basket made and we can do a draw for another project. I think that'll be fun. I definitely have some projects in mind that I want to start, and then I'm going to continue working on these 3 whips. And also, I definitely had a great response to the whips video. I'm hoping that I will have time to make that next week. So, hopefully I will get time to make that, because I know that whenever I pull all those whips out, I'm going to make a big mess. So I need time to not only make a mess and record, but also be able to clean up all of my mess when I'm done. So, yeah. So anyway, I will be seeing you all real soon in another video. Bye!